Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate it. So today is kind of big for me. It is a big reveal, and I wanted to do an unboxing, but I kind of couldn't because this bag I really had to it was purchased pre-loved, and I really had to check out the condition and all of that at that moment, and so I can't do that, but I'm going to do the reveal. And then I do have a long story about how this happened, because actually this was not something that was planned, and it just kind of how like sometimes when something happens and then it starts rolling really quickly, which kind of makes you think like, oh my gosh, this was so meant to be. Yeah, this was one of those instances. So with that said, I'm gonna jump right into it, and it will be a long chatty video. You are warned. It's fine if you just want to see the item and then, you know, check on out. I'm okay with that. So yeah, let's get into it. So this bag came from Rebag, but I didn't purchase through them. I actually purchased from a company called LePrix.com, and I did mention them in my pre-loved buying video that I did a while back, and I'll have that linked in the description box if you guys are interested. But LePrix.com is basically a platform for consignment stores or resellers to sell their items, and they do guarantee authenticity, and if there's ever an issue, they're the ones that will mediate between you and the actual store. And Rebag sells on that platform. But the good thing about LePrix is that they do their own promotions from time to time, and sometimes they're really huge, like this one was. And so I'm gonna get into the costs and everything a little bit later. I was able to get this bag at an amazing price. Without further ado, the bag that I got was yes, this is the Hermes Kelly 32 black Togo leather with palladium hardware. It is from 2003, and oh my goodness, right? Who knew I was gonna get this year? So let me first show you the bag and its condition. So this is what it looks like, and let me just tell you right now that this is not what the bag looked like when I first took it out of the box. It looked much worse. I was actually very underwhelmed, and I did have to contact Rebag to verify some things, but I was able to work this bag and make it look in this beautiful condition it is right now, and I will explain all of that a little bit later. But just to show you guys, so there was some, you know, scratches on the hardware, but everything looked good. The sides were much more crinkled than it looks like right now. Like I said, I have been working on this. The glazing and the handles looked very good. Let me show you the inside. So there was a sticker here, but I took it off because the sticker was already peeling, and then also it had like blue on these dots right here, so I was worried that the hardware itself was tarnished, and so I took it off, and I was able to just polish it, and it looks really good. And I did polish all of the hardware that you see with the jeweler's rouge cloth that me Lucky 2 told me about, and I do that for my Cartier pieces as well. That jewelry cleaner is amazing, so highly recommend if you have jewelry, and it works on the hardware as well. So here there's some scratches. This one still has, can you see, the plastic is still on there, and I plan to take it off. If you can see the S on the end, it's stained. It hasn't peeled off or anything. It just looks like there's like a brown spot on it, and that's why it looks like that. The inside is absolutely clean, and yeah, it smells like leather. It doesn't have any odors whatsoever. And so I was so amazed to find this bag. So how did this all come about? You guys know this year has been kind of strange. We haven't been going out, and I think a lot of people have been naturally like reassessing their collection. And you know, I was the same, and you guys know that I also added on these jewelry pieces this year, and I've been saying how much joy it's given me, and it's just really, I'm really surprised at how happy I am to invest in these pieces and then to wear them daily and get to see them daily and just get use out of them. kind of heightens the joy because it's not just sitting in the closet like handbags tend to do at times. And so it really made me think that I should really look at my collection and see if there's any changes that I wanted to make. So as I was reevaluating my collection and I took my, Chanel bags out and used them, I realized that, although I love the jumbo and I tried to use it, it wasn't a very good bag for me because I don't have many instances where I really am able to carry it, and I don't feel comfortable carrying it all the time. And so although I really loved the bag and I loved the look and the capacity of it, it was kind of like, And I knew this year I've been seeing a lot of great deals on Birkins and Kellys in the 35 size. And I thought to myself, I had always wanted a Birkin or a Kelly, but I was never able to take that plunge. The great thing about owning these luxury handbags is the fact that you can sell them and recover most of your costs, even make a profit. However, if you just have them in your closet, you're really not taking advantage of that fact. And so I thought maybe I should take advantage. Maybe I should sell my jumbo and then get a Birkin or a Kelly and see how that goes. And if that doesn't work out, I can always sell the new bag that I got and rebuy the jumbo. So that was my logic. And I decided, okay, I should sell my jumbo. Well, right as I made that decision, I saw something on the pre-loved market. And you guys know I mentioned in my 10 things I'm loving now that I'm always looking at the pre-loved market and following them to know the market value and everything. And I saw something which I will bring out right now, and it was this. And this is the silliest purchase I have ever made. Let me just preface it with that. I saw this listed for only about $50 over retail and tax for me. So immediately I was drawn to it and I thought, I'm gonna buy it. And what I got was this. I got the So Black Rodeo, and it was at such a great price that I had to jump on it. I made sure everything was legit, and it was. And it came with the copy of the receipt along with, the tags, the box, everything. So I did verify everything. And yeah, I bought this little guy because I always thought if I got a Birkin or Kelly, I might want one of these. But I know that these have been going for extremely high prices, but now they're more readily available, so they're not as, crazy expensive. But this one, even at that, was a really good deal. So I grabbed it because I thought it's going to help me focus on what I really want, and I thought it's going to help me focus and it's going to help me, it's going to be kind of like a good luck charm, silly me, right? So yeah, I bought this and I got it. And I was so happy. So after I got this, another crazy thing happened. So somebody saw my pictures on my Instagram with my reissue, right? And they contacted me and they asked if I would sell that back to them. And at first I was like really suspicious and I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But this person had been looking for a pre-loved reissue, and she really, really loved the way that my leather looked. And I kind of understand that because Chanel leathers vary from season to season, even within season. And then in addition, the aged calfskin of the reissues can make the bags look so different, bag to bag. And so I kind of talked to her and communicated with her, and I have been, selling a lot of things, so I know when something is fishy and something is not. Like, I kind of have a sense for that. And I knew this person was asking all the right questions, requesting all the right pictures, and just being very cautious on her end. When we were talking, I kind of knew that this person was legit and she was a serious buyer. And she was offering a price that was very, very good. And because I had purchased mine pre-loved, I would be also making a profit if I were to sell it to her. And so I thought about it, and it was really weird because I had never thought about selling my reissue. I had always thought, okay, considered selling my mini rectangular because mini rectangulars and caviars are getting so, like, they're super expensive right now, and I thought I would get a big return. So that's one bag I've been considering. The other one was the jumbo, like I said, but I had never considered the reissue, just because out of my Chanel bags, that's the one that I did frequently carry. And so I had never considered it, but when this person reached out to me, it kind of made sense for me to sell the reissue at the price that she was offering me, because I knew for a fact that I would be able to repurchase it in case this whole thing didn't work out. I would be able to repurchase it for that price, in which case I wouldn't be really losing anything. And so it made sense, and so I did it. I sold my reissue. So my beautiful reissue is no longer in my collection. The buyer is so happy to have that with her. So it just makes me happy that I know this person really appreciates the bag, and that I was able to proceed with my dream bag. After I sold my reissue, I now had funds. LePrix.com sent me an email, and they said that they were doing 30% off before Black Friday sale, and they were going to do it that weekend. And the amazing thing was they're going to include a lot of bags, and there not going to cap it. So before, when they did these big discounts, they would usually cap it so that, you know, like if you got an Hermes bag, you wouldn't get 30% off. It would be up to like $2,000 or something like that, right? But this time there was no cap. And so I thought, okay, this is worth checking out. So the day of the sale, I went to LePrix.com, and I knew Rebag bags would be included. So I searched immediately for like a Birkin 35. And there were no Birkin 35s in black with palladium hardware that were in the price that I needed it to be in. So yeah, so I was like, okay, well, I guess it wasn't going to happen. So I knew that there could possibly be some Kelly 35s that would be within my budget, but I didn't really want a 35 because I think the 35s make it look a little bit too like a work bag, like briefcasey. And so I wasn't going to look at the Kellys at all, but then I thought, oh, you know, you may as well. And there was this one bag, this bag, and it caught my eye because it looked narrower, and I was like, wait a second. I looked at it. It was a Kelly 32 black Togo leather. So this bag was originally listed at $9,800. It was already marked down 10%, which made it $8,900. And then when I used that 30% coupon, it brought this bag's price down to $62.50, which is like crazy, right? For a Birkin 32 Togo leather black with palladium hardware. I was like, oh my goodness. And if you guys remember from my previous buying guide video, LePrix.com does not charge sales tax. And so I got this tax-free, $62.50. And I was like, okay, I have to get it. You know, worst case scenario, I can take it to Hermes and get it spot. And I did look into that. And I know that somebody, Winnie Y, I think she is, she got her side gussets replaced, and she said the price for those were like $950 I think. But then I did look on the purse forum, and a few people said that getting the sides replaced completely by Hermes is and including an entire spa of the bag is around $1,400. And so I thought, okay, if I get it for $62.50, worst case I have to take it to Hermes and get everything, you know, the sides redone. But that would still make it an amazing price. In addition, they say that once this goes into spa and gets replaced, it comes out practically new, is what everybody is telling me. And so I thought, okay, this is something that I need to do, and I took the risk and I got it. So when I got this bag, I looked at it and I was a little bit underwhelmed because the bag was super dry and stiff. I didn't know what I needed to do. And since I'm not an Hermes expert, I reached out to somebody that I thought would know, and that was Purseonfleek. So Mel, if you ever see this, thank you so much for your advice. I contacted her and I said, you don't know me, but I don't know who else to ask. I got this bag pre-loved and I don't know, it feels very stiff, and is this normal? Is this what a, togo bag should feel like? And immediately she was like, it looks very dry. You need to moisturize it and condition it. And so she sent me links to the products that I had the Cadillac leather conditioner at home, which I had used for my Chanel bags before. So I gave it one layer and I could immediately tell that it made a world of difference. And so I thought, okay, this is something that I can work with. But as I was conditioning the bag, I noticed something. So can you see the grains of the Togo leather? It's very pronounced, right? But if you look at the sides, they're very smooth. Like you don't see this grain and you don't even feel it on the sides. And so that kind of concerned me because I thought, wait, is that supposed to be like that? So I looked at pictures online of Birkins and Kellys, and most of them had very similar grains on the sides, and I didn't see any that had this much of a difference between the sides and the front. And so I got quite worried, and I contacted leather surgeons, and I contacted them for two reasons. Number one was I wanted to know what they could do about the structure and what it would cost, and number two was I wanted to ask them if this looked normal. So Jerry from Leather Surgeons was amazing. He replied right away, and he said that that yes, the sides can sometimes be different. He said that it was something that is normal, right? And then he also said that in order to fix the sides, they don't really do anything to the sides. They actually just fix the front and back structure. So they would replace the stays inside that stabilize the bag. And so he quoted, I think it was $350 for it. So with that option in my head, I still had to think about it. So I contacted Rebag through LePrix, and I said, I'm really concerned about the authenticity because of the different grains in the sides compared to the front, and I wanted them to verify it. What Rebag did was they sent me an authenticity certificate from Real Authentication that said that this bag was in fact an authentic Hermes bag. And so I started really working on it, polishing all the metals, moisturizing, and you guys, like, moisturizing this bag has made it so much softer. Like, I mean, the sides, they were so stiff before, but like, look at how soft the sides are now. Look at how, like, it's spongy kind of, it's really soft. And Mel actually told me, she said that, yeah, a lot of pre-loved bags are not, well moisturized, and that if using a conditioner will make a big difference, and it truly did. And she was just so wonderful to help me. Also because Hermes bags are a little bit new to me, and I don't know the details as well as I do Chanel and other bags. I was still feeling a little bit unsure, and I decided to get it authenticated myself through Baba Baby. So Baba Baby is an authenticator that is, she only does Hermes, and she is known as the best person to go to for Hermes authentication. So I contacted her, super easy to do through her website. She got back to me that day, and then she requested a lot of pictures, and she had specific examples of how to take the pictures, and she wanted it in daylight. So next day I took all the pictures necessary, and within an hour she came back and said, yes, this is truly authentic. And I did also ask her about the size, and she said it's not a defect, it's nothing to be worried about, that Hermes is actually very, very stingy about their leathers, and so they will try to use every single piece that they have. She said that it's not unusual to see the sides look different from the front and back, or the bottoms looking different. But mine, the front to bottom to back are exactly the same, but it's just the sides that are a little bit different. And she said it's absolutely authentic, and she said to enjoy my bag. And so yeah, I finally have peace, and it was quite pricey. She has a $75 option, which is like the short opinion. But if you wanted to use it as in a dispute of any kind, then you would have to pay the $95 for the longer version of the Authenticity. And I chose to do the 95 because I just wanted to make sure that I had the correct certificate in case this bag didn't work for me and I wanted to sell it in the future, or in case that I had to dispute it with Rebag, because I didn't know how the answer, the results were going to be. I'm so happy I did it because it has given me peace of mind. In the end, I'm so happy with this purchase, and I did order an organizer for it. So once that gets here, I'm gonna do like a video on organizers, and because I do have organizers from different companies that I wanted to kind of compare, although they are for different bags. It's not, I just ordered one organizer for this bag. That's my big reveal. I'm really happy about this bag, and my lucky charm. I'm gonna put it on here. Anyways, this is how it looks. I hope you liked this video. I hope it wasn't too long for you guys, and yeah, let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this? What do you think about getting these bags pre-loved in the condition that it is? I would love to hear your thoughts on that as well. So with that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, everybody.